We are now
We
live.
are live. Yes, we did it again.
We are back as promised. I'm really excited today because this is what's beautiful is today we're talking about our stories and how we got here, how we got on the healing path to actually help others heal, right? And so one of the things I appreciate is that we started this journey in January of this year.
Exactly.
We had the conversation about coming back together, working together, and wanting to do this because we both have the desire to truly help people heal. You know, we're in conversation today and to see people transform. I think, like you said, you would love to take a before and after picture. I felt the same way before a treatment and then after a treatment.
Having feedback is the best
Yes.
comment and sharing the sensation.
You-
And it's all about how to find your self-healer.
Yes.
And we want to share our knowledge. I mean, really, we have that. We are good teachers in that sense, in a good way.
Yes. And my journey started because I was trying
So
to
how
self-heal.
did you
I was
land in that energy medicine field?
You know, it just was a happy accident. I've always been an explorer. I've always been interested in different and unique things. I was born in the Midwest and very counterproductive to any Eastern philosophy or modalities. I mentioned yoga at 16 years old. People thought I was like worshiping the devil, or they joked about yogurt. You know, why would you do that? But I sought it out because I was a dancer at the time. I thought I wanted a professional dance career. And in dance, you're always getting injured.
Right.
So I had Feldenkrais. You might know the Feldenkrais method.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I had
do.
a book from that. I had a book on Pilates. I had a book on yoga. So I've been a seeker when I think about it my whole life.
Right.
So in private, I practiced yoga.
By yourself,
private,
because it
in
was
my
still
room.
not something.
The stigma in the Midwest, my family was the worst critics of it. But I saw a result. There's a yoga book, Richard Hittleman, 28 Days of Yoga. And it's still in publication today in like 30 languages because it's so powerful. So for 28 days, you just do what he says. And one of the days, you just stand. He's like, don't jump ahead. Don't move around. Don't try to do extra. And I said, I'll do anything for 20. I felt transformed.
So
over this
you
thing.
started by yourself, experiencing that
Experiencing,
yoga,
experimenting.
practice.
Yeah.
Nice, and I think it's great.
But I have that mindset where I can do that. I will follow something once. I will try it. I'm always open to trying. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But that was a continuum. Then I just got on this whole wellness. Just even as a teen, I never was interested in Western medicine. Never took an aspirin, never wanted NyQuil, Dayquil, all of the Western trappings. Again, ridiculed, laughed at, But again, I just continued because I felt the difference. So
Beautiful. So you had the first experience and you developed your yoga knowledge and
Yes.
practice, and it's all about that. What was already resonating in your heart.
Yes.
I understand.
I love to read, so started reading about things. And then, long story short, as things go on, I continue to be a meditation, and meditation is a very powerful tool in my life, especially during corporate, raising kids. These are two modalities that people have right now. This is energy medicine, so we can talk later about whatever else I do. How about you? What was that?
Thank you.
What was that initial, when you look back, that trigger point that got you to being this healer that you are today?
And few keys probably. I always use my body to move, and I was a gymnast, so I think it was already in me to feel, to have sensation with the body, and slowly coming to Los Angeles, I was searching for myself and what would be the work that will be with all what I have, my skills. And it was hard to find, but one chiropractor in France, I knew a chiropractor in France in the time, a little bit like you, we are rebel. where chiropractic
Is that rebel?
Rebel.
Rebel.
Rebel. Yes, thank you.
We are rebels.
We are rebels.
Gotten these
And
today.
it's so true. And I love that. Thank you, Astrid. That's my French little moment.
love it.
That made me discover. We call it alternative medicine. So the sensation, the feeling, I was like, oh, I can feel better
Yes.
with an adjustment. It was only that at the time. But because of the past of always being physically active, I searched here for a school. What do I want to do with myself? And that was later in my 30s. Because I couldn't do all the work. I had to coming here, short story, I had to find a work permit, so I couldn't really
Get sponsored to be here.
It was a complicated journey. So when I got my first work permit, I was, what am I going to do that I really enjoy doing? And that makes me as well feel good. And it's been 22 years, so I went to massage school first, Santa Monica Massage School, and then I added a specialty called craniosacral therapy.
Nice.
So today I blend those two modalities together, and I call it craniosacral massage blend, or it's my, when you work energetically on the body, you can blend techniques, like we'll share later. And that's where I am 22 years later. And
I
really
found-
passionate still.
I found your cranial sacral therapy in yoga practice. T.S. Little in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So even through yoga,
Exactly.
I found out about cranial sacral. I had never heard it. I had massage, of course, but I was blown away by how powerful it is.
And I love what you just said, because for me, we are here to share different ways to find your self-healer, meaning
Yes.
that those therapies, of course, I love receiving and doing,
Yes.
and I discover yoga here on your journey, and yoga helped, and all those modalities. I discovered meditation, I went to a Buddhist. So all of this, we are saying, is make your little toolbox with
Yes.
different modalities.
You got it. You got it.
Thank
Toolbox.
you,
Yes.
Astrid.
Well, we have a couple
Yes.
guests here. We've got, can you introduce Sophie? We've got Sophie here today joining us. And we've got my buddy Steve Jan.
Thank you.
Put you guys in the hot seat. Come on in, Steve.
All right,
This
Steve.
is-
We all
Come on, you wanna-
Steve.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So
So-
we tell us about your healing journey, because Steve, a lot of people don't know, you really are. I'm going to say this on camera. You are the Renaissance man. You're Da Vinci. You use your brain, both sides of your brain. He used his brain. He could cook, because I've seen you cook on your YouTube channel at home. He was very creative, artistic, stylish, brilliant. So you really have a lot of skill set, and I think one of the things people don't know about you is that you're a health coach too.
Yes. Let me introduce myself to you guys if you don't know me. I'm Steve Jan. I'm a founder for Ibu Beauty Cosmetics. And like Astrid said, I'm also an influencer. My YouTube channel has about 6 million views so far. Not too bad, right?
Not too bad.
Wow,
And,
I'm still processing the number.
Yeah.
6 million, yes. So you were asking me again, what's the question?
So you're on a journey for wellness and healing.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
I know culturally, like China has rituals and things. Can you think about, modalities that like your ancestors used or that you might have been raised with,
Yes. So, I always practice these 3 things in my life, everything that I have done. It's all about 3 areas, 3 tips that you need to know. Healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finance. Everything we do in life is all in these 3 elements right here.
heard that.
But I have learned that it doesn't matter you have a healthy body or healthy finance. If your mind is not healthy, then everything falling apart. Especially the world that we're in right now, there's so many negativity around us.
Yes.
Ever since I get to know you in different side, in the energy healing part, I have learned that really need to find a way to block all those energy and how to self-healing. Because you can't rely on going out there to get people heal you. You need to find a way to do yourself.
That's right.
That's why I'm
Totally
here.
yes.
So
Thank you.
healthy mind is number one priority for me and for my fans. I always talk about that. When your mind is healthy, then you can work on your body. It's not about losing weight, it's to be healthier. Able to walk, able to spend time with your family, not to be out of breath. And then healthy finance will come.
Which is
and there's the money coming with
Yeah.
it. So, yeah.
And I love that part he said. It's a whole well-being, and the
Yes.
money part. It could be a good topic because many times
Money
we
is
have
energy.
It's
It is
energy.
It's a great
energy.
topic.
Yeah.
Give us a line if you want to see more.
And it's a great topic to feel it as a flow. And I learned that
Yes.
for myself coming
Yes.
from different.
And then working, being a business owner, we're all now business owners.
Exactly.
So the trappings of worrying about the money because it's real. I have to pay the rent. I have to pay I have to buy supplies. I
Right.
have to, have a vehicle that works and all of those things. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I love again what you say. You find your self-healing tools to be able to do what you do.
And I have to say that self-healing coming from learning from the best. And I got the two best here. And
you.
you need to do more of this so we can learn more how to heal.
Yeah.
But I'm just lucky. Whenever I feel down, I'm like, hey, Astrid, can I stop by for real quick? I need a little cleanse.
yeah. Thank you, Steve.
And
yeah.
don't worry, you'll be our
After we-
demo.
Oh my God, I
Demo
can't
today.
wait. I
We are
can't
having
wait.
a demo, and Sophie probably will be our demo.
Yes.
So a little sensation of all what
What we
just
do.
said.
Perfect.
And so don't forget to join us live. The next time we go live will be, the 26th? We have a flyer out, but we want to come here. So after we go live, we shut off the cameras and we turn our energy on to the person on the table. Sophie, you want to
Thank you,
Yes.
Steve,
Thank you,
for
Steve.
joining for
Thank
that
you.
being here
live
today?
moment.
Yes.
Yes. I
Sit
think
right
the
here.
live next one is in 2 weeks.
In
It's
2 weeks.
every
Yes.
2 Wednesdays.
Yes.
Twice a month. Thank you, Sophie.
Sophie.
So,
Beautiful ladies, thank you for having me here today.
and I haven't seen Sophie for years, but you
She
see,
found us on Instagram. She
she
saw the
found
live.
us, and we already had a little conversation. So please sharing.
Because we just got blown away that you're a Reiki
Oh,
practitioner. So,
Yes, I
yeah.
just
tell
found
us all
out
about that.
so
how you land into all of this.
How did I land into this? I'm Sophie. I'm a Reiki, sound healing, shamanic healing practitioner.
Oh, shamanic healing as well.
And I like to blend all those modalities.
Mm,
I
yes.
also have a past in communication.
Mm.
And so I always thought Reiki is fantastic, but sometimes words are helpful.
Mm.
And therapy is great, but energy healing, to me at least, is so much deeper. And I tend to blend the two, or the
Beautiful.
three, now with the sound. And how it happens, it's kind of a call, really.
Mm.
I don't think you go to Reiki. I think Reiki calls you.
Mm.
And
And where
there's-
would you calling? How did you get
there,
called?
there's all kind of synergy.
Mhm.
I always loved nature. I thought it was normal to ask my spirit cat to find lost objects for me.
Ooh.
Nice.
Until I
Wow.
realized I better not share that so I wouldn't get locked up.
Yes.
No, it's fine
No, it's
because
true.
it's
It's
all
true.
I
about
was
your
always
natural.
kind of, observing or interested in what's not visible.
Mm.
And then I moved to the US. I made wonderful friends here, and that group of friends, we would do healing circles for each other. It just happened, and
Nice.
almost without me noticing. And I thought, oh, those are my favorite moments.
Mm.
When we all get together, it's like, let's do a circle, and one person would get in the center.
Ooh, yes.
And so
That's
one,
exactly what we want
Right?
to. Let's say we should say bring it back.
and
Yes.
Yes.
so then I wanted a teacher. Then this person I didn't know was a Reiki master, and well, I'll teach you. So it's all synchronicities, really.
Beautiful.
I love that, the
And-
call. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
calling. Yes.
And I think again, we feel we have those skills, we rebelled or we
Yes.
discovered that naturally I didn't know that I was doing things without my
Exactly.
mind knowledge.
Yes.
That's what you're just saying.
Yeah.
And those are the beautiful moments of blending modalities,
Yeah.
blending what really, your heart was telling you.
And you stop blocking it. And people say,
Great.
"Oh, why don't you do this?" You know?
Yes.
And you're like,
And I, like you said, a calling. I
Beautiful.
think that it was always inside of me, but I
yeah,
took more of the safe route because I
Mhm.
spent like 28 years in corporate, always having a real job. But I actually left corporate for 8 years, and it showed me that when you follow what you're meant to do. For 8 years, I left corporate, and I was a yoga teacher. And that's how I got into acupressure, Jin-Jitsu,
Wow.
because like you, I've always, even in dance, I wanted to do hip hop, I wanted to do ballet, I wanted to do pas de bourrées, I wanted to do it all. The teachers thought I was wacky. Now the dance today, you see, it
Mhm.
combines all the elements. So,
Mhm.
but it is when I really, really look back, and so the rebel in me, I only went to corporate because I felt like I had to. I didn't have the confidence that I could make a living. Even for 8 years, I had I had great clients, I had great success. It just wasn't enough mentally. Like Steve mentioned, the money part.
Yes.
It was always a fear because I was a single mom with 2 kids. And as I got closer to college, thinking about now I've got that money load, I went back to corporate as a safety, but I've never let go of yoga. I've never let go of the teaching, the meditation, even if it's just for myself.
Exactly.
That's been my constant in my
And
life.
that's the core, the foundation. And I love what we all saying. I did the same, but I just shared with Sophie just before we just we see each other, that for me, to be able to continue doing this work for 22 years, I had doors but literally shutting down in front of me.
Yeah.
Because the money part for this type of work, it's a little, we'll talk later more,
Yes.
but literally the place I was working was shutting down. That it just happened to me again. 2 things shut down in December last year. So we are, in January, came together because it's like, okay,
You try the
you
door
knew
shutting.
you had to do
Yes. Sometimes you have to step out and do your own thing.
I relate
And
because
yeah.
I was in corporate too.
Again.
Oh, you were, yes.
Which
Which is
were-
great. It
I
serves a
enjoyed
purpose.
a lot of parts of it, the parts that taught me how to be organized.
Yes.
You know, that's
Yes.
something to not discard. It's
That's
important.
right.
For sure.
That's right.
I learned a lot, but there's a part of me that was like, I've been in this place long enough. What's gonna push me out?
Did you take any of that healing when you worked in corporate? Because I ran teams, and I always I taught them meditation, and they always said, "Oh, you're so calm." Inside, I was a maniac.
Oh.
But I brought
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
my breath work, and I brought it. We'd have a regional meeting before we got started. We're going to take time in. We're going to close our eyes. So I always carried it with me, no matter what I've done too. That's the rebel in me.
I
And-
love that.
And I think that's
I love
what we did.
that.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I started this in my
Yes.
30s, so, but saying all of that, that's how we bring it out to the world as well. You don't have to be today a therapist. We are showing
Yes.
your tools to love the work you do as well.
Yes.
It's not discarding anything
That's
right
right.
now.
And
Thank
the
you.
Reiki is literally facilitating an energy that's everywhere
Everybody.
and for
Yes.
everyone
Wow.
Yes.
to
Yes.
feel and receive.
That's
As
what I love
all
about-
those,
yeah.
That's
yes.
what I love about
Everyone is a
Reiki.
healer, really.
Everyone
With
is a
practice.
healer,
Yeah.
and that's your self-healing
Well, and
that
you're-
we are bringing up to the surface.
Yeah.
Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah. So that's it for today. We're good. So we're gonna go off camera. We're gonna work on Steve and Sophie. We're gonna have a little party here. So please join us. In 2 weeks, we'll be back on Wednesday. We'll be back live, and that means live and in person. So DM Katia or myself if you want to be part
To
of
be
the
part
next-
of this moment,
part of this
like
moment.
Sophie did.
Sophie
she
reached
DM'd
out,
and
Steve reached out,
Steve.
so here we are.
And in 1 week, we'll talk later. We'll have our circle the full circle that we are creating, co-creating.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes.
Maybe we'll post a little bit of the feedback of the demos
Yeah,
later.
we'll do that. Yeah,
we'll
that
see
would- okay.
how they want to share or not
Yes.
their sensations.
Yes, absolutely. All
Thank
right.
you.
Happy Hump Day.
Yay!
Woo!
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
you
you.
soon.
See you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody
thank
for
you.
joining.
Thank you for joining us, taking
Thank you
the
for
time.
being here.
Yes.